All right, guys, this is another CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Qualley, sitting here with Mike Molyneux and Marv Zahn. Okay, so mid-season report cards for the Patriots. They are on their bye week over this past weekend. Had no football game for them up here in New England. So let's take a look at the position groups that we think have had the worst go of it thus far on this Patriots team and the position group that has had the best go of it thus far. So let's take the group that you think needs to improve the best, the group that has just sucked, at least marginally sucked, and then the team, the part of the team that has been the best on this squad so far. So, Marv, let's kick it off with you. Let's just do them both right there, right away. Worst and best.
The worst position has to go to the offensive line. I think we all know it.
Yeah, come on now.
I'm not going to give them an F, though. I'm not going to give them an F. I won't even give them a D. I'll give them C- grade.
Average.
No, C- is like a
close to like below average.
It's a below average. I mean, C-.
So give them a D plus.
D plus? No, C-. C-.
So they're average.
C is the grade in school that all the kids used to get. C's would tell you is average. You do not
right.
C.
C- is what you tell your parents. Hey, the teacher said I did okay. But
yeah.
your parents don't buy it. The thing is, the offensive line has a lot of injuries. That's the reason why I won't give them a D. You're bringing in guys who are still learning the Patriot system. You're bringing in backups that were meant to just be that, backups. But then you have guys like Shaq Mason, who had a fantastic year last year, coming this year and it's been horrible.
And he got paid. He got paid.
Yes. Paid a lot of money. Marcus Cannon, he's been battling injuries, been in and out of the lineup throughout this year too. So it's been a rough year for the offensive line. But due to the injuries, I won't give them a D. I'll give them a C-. And the best grade goes to the secondary, led by Stephon Gilmore.
Yep.
That secondary team it's the best in the league. I'll say it right now, it's the best in the league. We've seen incredible plays from Devin McCourty. You look back, you're like, damn, this guy wanted to retire. He's having a resurging year, looking like a Pro Bowler. His brother handling the CB2 positions, playing great. I've already mentioned Stephon Gilmore playing like the best corner. Anytime they throw to him, it's either going to be deflected, intercepted, something magic is going to happen. Secondary looks really good. Adding you sprinkle in a Chung Harmon over there in the safety as well. Very solid lineup.
All right, Mike, before we jump over to you, guys, football and basketball season, they're in full swing. Get into the game with our exclusive sports betting partners, betonline.ag. Sign up today to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit to start betting college or professional ball. Every spread, every total, every winner or loser, straight bet, parlay, or tease your way through the entire season. You can even bet on wild prop bets. Who's going to be the first NBA coach to get canned and who's going to win the NBA MVP? Get the fastest to market odds and payouts with our new sportsbook partners, betonline.ag. Head over to the website today or use your mobile device to join and use promo code CLNS50 just like I did to receive your 50% welcome bonus. That's literally free money, guys. If you gamble, it is stupid not to take advantage of this. BetOnline.ag, your online sports book experts. All right, Mike, let's go. Who's your worst group and who is your best?
I can't lie. Marv literally said the worst and the best that I was going to pick. I think we can all agree on the offensive line being probably pretty damn bad.
They've been bad, yeah.
I'll switch it up here, and I'm going to go with another group that's kind of struggled a little bit this year, and that's the tight end position. Obviously, coming into the season, we know Rob Gronkowski's out the picture. There are reports that maybe Kraft and Gronkowski have something in the works, and we maybe could see Rob Gronkowski back for a playoff run.
The deadline's coming up. He's got to make his choice soon.
Exactly. I personally don't think he'll come back, but that's a totally different conversation we can have on another edition of the Roundtable. But tight end, yeah, it's been. I'll give them a C, a flat out C, not a C plus, not a C minus, just a straight C.
That might be generous.
I think. When I say C, I'm looking across the league. Obviously, there are teams out there who have elite, not elite tight ends, but they have one guy that they can really depend on. Zach Ertz, Travis Kelce, Kyle Rudolph, teams. Mark Andrews. Patriots don't have that guy. They did. He's no longer, playing in the NFL. So right now they're just trying to coast by plugging some guys in. Ben Watson is trying to, maintain the position, but he's an older guy. He's not a real dominant tight end. Before Ben Watson, he tried to depend on Ryan Izzo a little bit and Matt Lacoste, but they're just trying to coast with that position and make something work with the guys that they have. There was always trade rumors out there of them possibly going after O.J. Howard or a couple different guys, but seems like this is the group that we're going to have moving forward, and you just got to hope that they get better. But from what they've done so far in the season, I'm going to give them a straight C. For the group that's been the best, again, I was going with cornerback as well. But if I had to look at a different position that's been somewhat solid, I'm going with the boogeyman. The boogeyman up front, the linebackers, Jamie Collins, Landon Roberts, Dante Hightower, Jerome Bentley stepping in a few times here and there. I'm a big fan. Van Noy. I'm a huge fan of what those guys bring to the table. Obviously people say, well, they kind of got exposed maybe a little bit with in the Ravens game, not really trying to doing a good job at containing Lamar Jackson as best as possible when put in an opportunity. But those guys are, especially early on in the season, dominant. If I have to give them the grade, I'll definitely give those guys a flat B. I'm not with the pluses and minuses. I'm going to give you a straight B and say they're above average. I like what those guys do. And, as the Patriots continue to have success as the season goes on defensively, it starts with those guys up front. So obviously, you got the defensive line as well. But those boogeymen led by Dante Hightower, who's a defensive captain, they're going to continue to make noise throughout the rest of the season.
See, now I'm going to switch it up just because I'm going to go defensive backs too, and because that was going to be my backup, so now I've got no option here. Defensive backs, they've been excellent. If they're not top two in the league, like Marv, just like you said, they're the best in the league. They probably are the best in the league. And it starts with Stephon Gilmore. There was a lot of talk at the start of the season about how he was the best corner in the league. He was voted by players in the NFL as the best corner in the league. And he's shown it. He's shown it all year. This guy has been badass. He has proved that he is the best at what he does. And when the Patriots signed him during that big Malcolm Butler conversation, how can you not sign Malcolm Butler to this extension? Bill all of a sudden, first day of free agency, which he never does, takes a lot of money, throws it at Buffalo, brings in Stephon Gilmore, makes him one of the highest paid at the cornerback position in the league. And everybody's like, why this guy? He starts off his tenure with New England pretty bad. He didn't look great when he first got here. And now he's just proving why Bill Belichick went out and paid this guy. Much unlike what he does, he never goes out and pays guys like that, and he brings in one of the best in the league, and he's proved to be the best in the league. J.C. Jackson, I am a huge fan of. I love his physicality. I love the way he plays the game. Jason McCourty's been solid. Devin McCourty, Marv, like you said, the resurgence that this guy's had this season has been great. Just the defensive back grouping has just been excellent. But the worst, I'm going with the running game just solely based on the fact, and that goes along with the offensive line, but just solely based on the fact about how underwhelming they've been. And I'm going to go straight after Sony Michel here. Sony Michel, over the offseason, everybody was like, this guy has the potential to be one of the best in the AFC, maybe even the league. This guy had a lot of expectation on him, and he's starting to pick it up now, yeah, sure. But for the most part of this season so far, he's been wildly underwhelming. And then there's really not much depth there. I thought there was going to be depth to start the season. But you look at Rex Burkhead, please, I'm sick of this guy. Dump him already. Get rid of him every single year. He's hurt. And then he's not great. James White, I can't group him in that positioning, mostly because he's a pass-catching back. When he's in there, he's going to be catching passes. So I'm not going to throw any blame on him. Where the hell is Damian Harris?
Non-existent.
Does this guy suck?
It doesn't make any sense, Nick.
Does this guy suck? Right?
He must suck.
Yeah, Bill must be like, this guy stinks. He can't ever. Why can't he be in this friggin' lineup? I'm sick of it. I want to see this guy play some friggin' football. We're excited about him. There's a lot of talk about him over the offseason, too. And he doesn't even. I exist as much on this football team as Damian Harris does at this point. Sick of it. Sam's sake of it. But no, the running game has to get better. We had this conversation last week, how vital they are to the improvement of the offense going forward for the rest of the season. They've got to figure it out. And yeah, that goes along with the offensive line. Marv, you mentioned the offensive line. It goes right along with the offensive line. They've got to get better too. Isaiah Wynn's going to come back, hopefully, potentially, and that's going to shore some things up. Hopefully the run game improves then. Sony Michel is getting ahead of steam now. But so far through the season, C minus, C minus, right in that range. So let's give him a 73 for a number grade.
You don't want me grading the kickers. I'll tell you something that too.
Well, kickers are an F. How did none of us pick kicker?
I was thinking about it.
I didn't even think it. I'm surprised
I
you
thought about it.
Kicker and just throw
Because I'll tell you why. Because we barely kicked this year.
That's true. I've never seen a team on the 30-yard line so much, and with 4th down, I'd be like, you know what, 4th and 6. Let's give this a shot.
Right.
let's go for some points on the board for a touchdown rather than kicking this field goal or trying to kick a field goal.